Moon Knight, issue number 11. That's right, folks, after the kind of sour taste of a television show and a Black, White, and Blood issue I didn't really love. I thought it was just fine. It's back. Oh, is it back and is it swinging? I have really enjoyed this run on Moon Knight. This has really just done wonders to the character that I didn't think were possible. I didn't think we could do this kind of story. I love this issue. I love what this book is saying about the character. I love the time that it's taking place in this world. This is beautiful. This is just so much love for a character, and I respect it. And I know this book does not end at issue 12. There is a new arc that will be coming up after issue 12. This feels like the conclusion to a really good storyline. So if the book ended at issue 12, I would be okay with that. But the fact that it's ongoing and still continuing, I'm like, yep, you got me. Oh, you got me. You got me hooked. So the end of the last issue, we fought Waxman, and he told us kind of where Zodiac was keeping Dr. Sternin, so that's where we're going to go. We're going to go find her. We have our away team to find her. Marc is here, Tigra is here, and Rutherford is here. They're just going to break into a warehouse and beat up a couple dudes, but the key is we're only here for the doctor. We are not going to do anything else. If Zodiac gets away, that's fine. We are here to save her. That's it. Let's save her. When we get in there, we see it's not Zodiac waiting for us. It's Jigsaw. We saw him appear in some earlier issues. It looks like Zodiac came to him and said, yo, you got roughed up by Moon Knight. I have a job for you. Do you want to kill his therapist? He's like, of course I do. Why wouldn't I want to do that? So he does do that. And he's giving some stupid monologue to Marc. Well, he thinks it's Marc. And we see through a nice silhouette that there is some red hair piercing through the costume and the cloak, and suddenly we see a close-up on Jigsaw and something is reaching behind him, and it's Marc, and that is how he gets Jigsaw down. But he starts wailing on Jigsaw, just beating him up till there's blood and brokenness. But it's Dr. Sternum who comes in and says, that's enough, you can let him go. It's not Zodiac. So where is Zodiac in all this? It's kind of exciting. I cannot wait to get to that part. Before that, a couple things of note. Again, Cappuccio's artwork, breathtaking. The colors in this book are great. I love just the vague distinction that we know it's Tigra in the cloak. By the way, I love seeing Tigra in the cloak. I just love that. It's like a little bit of a hue that's green as opposed to the blue we are seeing for Marc. I adore that so much. It is so cool to see that. So we see, okay, Zodiac's not here. What's really going on? He's got some speakers set up. He's talking to everybody. He's back in New York at the midnight mission. And he's like, yeah, I'm outside the door. I'm going to go in and kill Reese. It's like, you go in for Reese. I'm going to come there and kill you. And we see that Sternum's like, what are you doing? What is the point of all this? Why do you care so much about this Moon Knight guy? And we get a really cool, just a cool idea. And this is the thing I want to spend a little bit of time talking about. Zodiac's plan. And why he's doing this is because he's a fan of Moon Knight. He's like, this guy thinks he's a hero, but he's not. He's a murderer. He would much rather be going around ripping people's faces off, throwing them off buildings, carving moons into their heads, doing this dangerous shit. But no, he pretends he's an Avenger. He plays by Daddy's rules. He plays by Khonshu's rules. But no, this guy's a lunatic. At every moment, he wants to be a killer, do the wrong thing, be a bad guy. He is a monster and a creature of darkness and destruction. I love that about him. I love that he's pretending to be this thing he isn't, that he thinks like sitting here doing all this stuff is just important. Like, it's about his self-actualization. He is not a good guy. He's not a hero. He's not an Avenger. He's just a lunatic in a mask. He is a mistake, a creature of destruction and chaos, a murderer, a killer, and he pretends that he's a hero. I don't want him to be that. I want him to be who he truly is so we can do something fun and fight. Oh boy. I love that because this idea of the self-actualization of Moon Knight being a killer comes right off the heels of what some could say a toned back television show for this character. There is this stigma in the air that Moon Knight is an R-rated character, that he is a monster, that he is dark and disturbed. And this is what Rutherford is seeing. He is essentially Maybe I'm putting words into Jed McKay's writing, but he's essentially a fanboy who's like, what is this crap? Why is he just, like kissing Tigra and stuff? Why does he think he's an Avenger? No, he's supposed to be killing people. He's supposed to go around hurting people, killing them, being a creature of the night, being everything we don't let Batman be. He's supposed to be a dark character, murdering, cutting people's faces off. Like, why isn't he doing that? That's what Zodiac feels like. I think that's brilliant. And Marc doesn't comment on it. He doesn't, because he's like, that's probably right. All he says is, if you go into the mission, it'll kill you. If you don't go in, Hunter's Moon is going to kill you. You're going to lose either way. But Zodiac is like, see, you'd think that, but I brought a couple of my Zodiac cartel over here. He killed 3 of our guys, but we have managed to capture Hunter's Moon, so that worked pretty well. But what we're going to do now is, if Reese doesn't come out and she doesn't do anything, so we kill her, we're going to start killing people on the street. So either way, somebody's dying tonight. Figure your shit out, Moon Knight. Love you, bye. Hangs up the phone, and you just see Marc is just like, okay, gotta call Reese. He calls Reese, do not leave the building. Soldier, make sure she does not leave the building. She cannot be on this charge. But you just see Reese is having this idea, he's going to kill people. Is my life worth it? Really cool moment for her, because she doesn't really get that much to do. But you see it. She's like, okay, I guess I'm staying here. Tiger's trying to calm him down and just we can fix this. We'll get there in time. We don't have the moon copter or the angel wing or anything to get there. Rutherford's got nothing. How are we going to get back to New York in time? Marc's like, we're going to get there with prayer. What do you mean with prayer? And you see Stern, and it's like, oh no, please don't. No, Marc, no. And you just see Marc goes quiet, goes into the darkness, calls out to his father, calls out to Khonshu, and there appears Khonshu hovering over him like, dude, what are you doing? You imprisoned me, and now I'm locked in Asgard, and it's all thanks to you. He's like, yeah, but you also helped my brother Hunter's Moon fight Stained Glass Scarlet, so you'll be able to help me out here too. I need a quick access route to get back to the city, to get back to the Midnight Mission. Can you help me find a way? Can you help me guide myself back to the Midnight Mission? It's like, of course, and oh man, I could sit here and ogle over the artwork all day. I really could. It is so breathtaking, so beautiful, so special. I love this relationship we're building up. Marc just being the careless son, and the brother's like, I'm better than you at every turn. I'm Nadir. I'm better than you. I'm Hunter's Moon. And Khonshu's like, yeah, you are better than Marc, but he's the crazy one, and I've known him a bit, so I got to keep him here. I love that. I love that Marc's just willing to sacrifice everything for everybody, because that's what a hero does. He's not going to kill. He's a hero. Marc is a hero. This book is justifying Moon Knight being a hero. It's kind of cool. We cut back and we see Soldier and Reese talking. She wants to go outside because people are going to die if she doesn't get out there. She's willing to sacrifice herself for that. But Soldier's like, no, I was told to keep you safe. I'm going to keep you safe. It's like, do you really have a better idea and anything? You really think you can keep me safe? Try me. And he's like, I have an idea that might be able to buy us some time. We'll come back to that at the end here. Because we've cut back to our team, and we see Marc's like, okay, Rutherford, you have to stay here with the doctor, but Greer, I need you to come with me. We're going to be entering some weird stuff, and it's going to get weird, but I need you at my side. She's like, yeah, of course, but there's something you should know. I've been spying on you for the Avengers. And he's like, I know. Yeah, there is no way T'Challa was going to just, be okay with, taking reports from my therapist. So when my best friend from my Avengers days turns up a little while later, yeah, I figured it out. And it's because he needed a friend. He didn't say anything because he needed a friend. I was in a bad place. I was collecting friends, but none of them knew me like you did. And I kind of like it. There's really, I kind of like the way that Jed is kind of explaining their relationship and why it worked. Again, it was the 80s and 90s. It was just silly characters doing silly stuff. But he's like, you always do what you think is right. It might not be the best choice of action, but it's gotten us this far. And it's pretty much why we've always gotten along. So I appreciate your friendship because it's two people clashing in different worlds. And I like that. Very fun. Great use of this. Again, I have a soft spot for the Greer and Marc relationship. I like seeing it explored like this. I needed a friend. You were here for me. We always got along. Even when other people didn't like me, you always liked me. But there's no time for any of this, so I'm not mad at you. We can move past it. We have to go through this weird door thing before people die. Whatever you do, don't stop running. We're going to get through it. And they're holding hands. And it's a small detail, but it's one I really like. You just kind of see her tail wrap around his wrist. Again, you could play into this relationship of these two being romantic. I would totally love to see it, but I think there's something there. Because I think, I'll probably pitch it on the stories later, but I would love to see, like, Tigra's son and Moon Knight's daughter team up for something weird. That'd be, like, a fun Young Avengers thing to do. So, Marc and Greer headed through some weird portal made by Khonshu to get back to the Midnight Mission. Hopefully they can get there in time, but if not, Soldier's going to buy them some time. And how is Soldier going to buy them some time? Well, he's going to walk out onto the streets, dressed in the Mr. Knight suit, ready to beat the hell out of Zodiac. And you just see Zodiac's freaking out like, what? How did you get here so fast? I don't understand. This isn't what you do. This isn't the Moon Knight I read. You don't have powers, just a street-level thug who comes in and does stuff. But no, man. This is him. Soldier in the Mr. Knight suit. Very cool. Is Soldier going to die? Maybe. Maybe. I could see that being the case. Great place to end the book. A huge fight coming up in the next issue. Oh, I love it, man. This is what I've been missing from Moon Knight. Just some really good stuff. It's strong on every account. Strong writing, strong art, strong lettering, strong colors, strong editing. It's so cool. Everything about this book is making me smile. Everything about this book makes me happy. Such a good idea for Zodiac to be like, I know what you're supposed to be. You're not an Iron Man type character. You don't belong in the MCU. You're R-rated. I love it. What a great, just the perfect time to do it. The perfect time to release that. I think it's incredibly fun. Such a good book. So strong and powerful. Everything about this worked for me. I hope it worked for you because I want to get more of these books, man. New arc coming in August, I think. Awesome. Just awesome. I love it. So, Moon Knight, issue number 11. I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. Hell yeah, brother. So thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.